we are testing, yeah. We are testing the race stream all over the world. Now, how can I see whether or not we are actually getting questions? I hope I can see that. I don't know how to see that very well. Pongyo, no many jiao. All right. If you're here, say hi. I am looking for something. Tonight. So evidently I'm streaming on Instagram. Is that true? Let's go to incognito Instagram. And then what am I? Coach Shane? I don't even know what I am. English Coach Shane. So evidently I'm streaming. Do I have to log in to see if I'm streaming? I don't want to log in. All right. How are you, man? Marmar. Mira, how you doing, Marmar? Good to see you. I'm doing good. Where are you? Where are you? How do I know if I'm live streaming on Instagram? How do I know that? I think I am, but I don't know if I am. I don't know how to verify that. That makes me mad. All right. Anyway, John Call. Long time no see. Hi, Coach Shane. Do you know someone who teaches German the way you teach English? I don't, John. That's a good question. People should. Glauco Bourget. Hello. How are you doing? Where are you guys from? Good to see you. Good to see you. Nice to see you. I see everybody's watching on YouTube. I wonder if anyone... It looks like I have a bad connection now. If anyone is actually watching on Instagram or X, I'm curious about that. Because I don't know how to verify that. So if you are, let me know. Bolivia. Williams is from Bolivia. Marmar's from Egypt. Oh, that's so cool. And Glauco's from Brazil. So Egypt, I can say shukran. Bolivia, I can say gracias. And Brazil, I can say obrigado. Julie Liu. Liu, I'm going to guess is Chinese. If it's Chinese, I can say 谢谢. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you. I'm actually doing some testing. I'm doing some testing. So, man, I don't know if I'm... Why is that? What the... wrong phone. Duh. Hey, Shane, long time no see. This is Alexandre from Sao Paulo. How you doing, Alexandre? Great to see you. Great, you remember me. Yes, I'm in Germany now and should know German. Yeah, if you're in Germany, you should know German. When did you go to Germany? When did you go to Germany? What are you doing in Germany? Let me know. I'm just curious. Let's see. Coach Shane. There he is. I see him. See, I don't see... Oh, it is live. Okay, good. So we're live on Twitter. Okay, I can see that. From camp in China. Oh, Julie, you're in camp. That's so cool. Are you in China right now? It's too early in the morning. Are you in the U.S.? Where are you, Julie? Where are you? Oh, that's cool. Where are you located, Julie? Let me know. Are you in China or are you in the US or maybe Europe? Where are you? I'm very curious. It says I got a good connection. Is it okay? Are you guys seeing me okay? You're in Beijing. Did you stay up all night, Julie? Or did you wake up in the morning early? What's going on, Julie? It is 5:47 in the morning in China. Okay, now I have a good connection. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Glauco, I listened to your podcast since 2014. That is so cool. Which one? Let's Master English or Daily Easy English Expression? Tom, hi, teacher. What do you think about the battle of English teachers on YouTube? They are invading Brazil. I never even heard of it. Are they Brazilian English teachers or are they like other country English teachers? I'm curious. You get up early every day. Julie, you are a rock star. That is great. Yeah, I get up early too, but you get up earlier than me. You are up way earlier than me. You've been in Germany since February. Cool. I hope you like it. Luis Gonzalez, I'm learning French. Parlez-vous français? But unfortunately, there are no coaches like you. Oui. I know. John was saying the same thing about Germany. Where is the German coach like you? And now Luis is saying, where's the French coach like you? Thank you, guys. To practice for 2 hours before work. Julie, you are a rock star. That is outstanding. Daily Easy English Expression. Great. Practicing mimicking. Excellent. And listening to me live now. Isn't that cool? Now you can tell everybody, Coach Shane is crazy. He goes live everywhere. He's crazy. He never stops working. It's true. I am loco. I'm a little bit crazy. All right, give me some questions. So it's great to see you. I haven't streamed in a long time, and I'm really happy to be streaming right now. So yeah, if you have any questions, I want to know. I want to help answer any questions. This is just a little thing about pronunciation. Very useful stuff. For more than 1 year now. That's great, Julie. You're going to be a champion. Definitely going to be a champion. So if you have any questions about English, about studying with me, let me know. I want to help you. I want to help you like Julie. Is it Pedro? Hello, Coach Shane. You're in Angola. Here is Batu from Angola speaking. Nice to meet you. Is your name Batu or Pedro? I'm confused. The first time I caught you here. Yeah, I haven't done it in a long time, Julie. Sure, you can ask me a question. Absolutely. Ask me a question. I want questions. That is why I am here. I am here to answer questions. I'm coming, Coach Shane. Welcome, William. All right. William, are you in China too? Why are you up so early? My goodness. Wow. So early in the morning. Man, that is great. What city do you live in, William? Give me questions, everybody. I'm here to answer your questions. I want to answer your questions. I love your questions. And now we got Korea. Hey, Teacher Shane, how you doing? Milk Caesar? How are you doing? 한국 사람이세요? You're near Hangzhou. Cool. Mimic is quite helpful for me to improve my listening. Yes. Close to Shanghai. Yes. I think I took your class a long time ago at Pagoda in Seoul. No, it wasn't me. I never taught at Pagoda. No, I never taught there. But anyway, that's cool. Yeah, I never taught at Pagoda. But I did teach in Korea, that's for sure. I hope my connection is okay. Great to have you guys. Give me some questions. Don't be shy. I wish I could see my chat. Oh, I guess I can do it like this, huh? Okay. Yeah, I'm still learning. Here's your chat. I'm in the USA. I'm in the USA, Milk. I'm in America. More actions. Embed? No, I don't want to embed it. View analytics. I'm too much tech stuff here. Ba-ba-bum. Events, video storage, team. Is there a stream with studio? And that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I guess I have to use this window because it shows me all the text anyway, which is important. I do want to see your messages. I don't like how it's set up, though. Let's get this all the way over here. Okay, we'll do that. And then I'll just move this over here. I'm resetting up my desktop. Yeah, but because I have nobody to practice with. Yeah, so Julie, that's right. So mimicking is very important. Mimicking, actually repeating is the most important. Shadowing is also quite important. But mimicking is kind of the final step. When you mimic, Julie, remember you should not use a script. Your eyes should be totally focused on the person speaking. It's very important. The technique for mimicking is very important. And if you do it wrong, you're kind of wasting time. So that technique is important. The RSM method, very, very, very important. But I'm so happy that you're doing it because it's so important. It's really, really important. That's great. Oh yeah, yep. So Batu Pedro, nice to meet you, Batu Pedro. If my memory serves me correctly, your Korean was perfect. 한 한국말 했었어. 예, 지금 한국말 10년 넘게 안 썼으니까 못하지롱. Although I have 6 years of working abroad. That's cool. Where? I want to speak like a native speaker. Julie, I don't mean to be personal. How old are you? And I'm just asking because of English. Mr. Iron. Hi, Coach Shane. How you doing? No script used. Perfect. What do you think about practicing speaking alone with a mirror? Yeah, so the method to practice speaking alone, I have a method that I use. It's called RSM. Practicing alone with a mirror, I kind of am not, I don't like the idea. And the reason is, a lot of people say practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. But that's really not true. Because if you're practicing and you're practicing the wrong thing, the wrong pronunciation, the wrong grammar, the wrong collocation, the wrong structure, the wrong usage, the wrong nuance, you're going to be really, 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 really wrong. So you have to be practicing the right stuff. So I like to say practice makes perfect. No, perfect practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So practicing in a mirror is good for like a presentation. So you've got your presentation, you memorized your presentation, or a job interview. You're going to go to a job interview and stuff like that. That's really good. That's okay. But generally it's not necessary. But it depends on the purpose and why you're doing it. But it can be good, but generally it's not necessary. And I don't recommend it because practice makes perfect. No. You can really get really bad. Where have you been? We missed you. Hey, Lewis. Yeah, I know. Just so busy. A few years younger than you. A few years younger? I'm really old, Julie. I'm really old. Alexandra, I started listening to your podcast about 10 years ago. Do you ever get old? Yeah. I do, brah. Some people mastering wrong pronunciation and wrong phrases. Exactly. And that's not good. Not good at all. Yeah. I'm also a fan of your Douyin Chinese TikTok. Cool. That's right. We're almost at 500,000 subscribers on Chinese TikTok. We're so close to 500,000 subscribers. I'm curious, where are we? Where is my Chinese page? I hope I didn't close it. Here we go. Let's see. I'm going to check my Chinese TikTok. So this morning we were at 474,000. We're trying to get to 500,000. Let's find out where we are. Where are we on Chinese TikTok? Got to match this up to prove that I'm not a robot. And the number 478. So we need 22,000 more people, and then we are at 500,000 on Chinese TikTok. Yeah, so that's our goal. That's where we want. Did you guys know I spoke Chinese? Did you guys know that? You want to hear some crazy stuff?
气葡萄不吐葡萄皮，吼吼吼
What?
来咬我啊
What?
Beach B-E Shabby 白嫖零元购
What?
好好学习
What?
大妈
Crazy Shane. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just crazy. Zhuang. Hi, how you doing, Zhuang? Great to see you. I feel the same way with your opinion on practice makes perfect. Yeah, exactly. It's really important. Shane, you look like you're still in your 30s. Have you been drinking? LOL. DBS, you're not really old. You're 56. That's right. That's exactly right. I know that your birthday is in December, but I don't know. Oh, don't worry. I'll tell you. December 22nd. Get a pen, everybody. Get a pen and write it down. December 22nd. That's my birthday. My problem is that I get tired speaking. I get tired speaking English easily. My throat gets hurt. Yeah, Mr. Iron, I'm guessing the reason is you're stressing too much. So watch me. I'm going to go from English to Korean, English to Korean. And I'm just going to say, I'll say this. My name is Shane. I'm 56 years old. I live in the U.S. It's nice to meet you. And I'm going to go back from English, Korean, English, Korean. Watch this. 안녕하세요. 저는 Shane입니다. I live in America. I forgot what I was going to say. 영어 강사이고. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm such a dummy. But what's important, what I want you to see, 안녕하세요. 저는 Shane입니다. I'm an English teacher. I've been living in the U.S. All my life. 한국에서 한 25년 정도 살았고, and now again I'm back in America. 영어 강의하고 있는데 지금 온라인만 하고 있어요. And it's great. My tone is the same. Whether I'm speaking English or Korean, my tone is absolutely the same. That's probably not the situation for you, which means you're stressing. You're stressing. So you need to learn how to relax. That's what you have to do. And it's not easy, but you can do it, Mr. Iron. I'm guessing that's probably why. Gosh, I'm not a polyglot. Radha Krishna from Brazil. Obrigado. Thank you for joining me. After 1 year practice mimicking with no script at all and binge watching thousands of documentaries, I can mimic simultaneously some teachers like you. Wow, Julie, that is so excellent. That is excellent. Yasin, do you have any courses that explain the meaning of words and dictation both? Yasin, 100% I do. It's called my DDM course. Actually, I have DDM course. And I also have an English camp starting up. So I'll show you my DDM course. This is my DDM. This is one of the lessons we did. DDM means daily dictation, like on YouTube, but daily dictation members. So originally, this is all blank. You have to do dictation. It's all blanks, and you have to do the dictation. So this is the answers. This is the answers script. And you can see we have a script. It's quite long. The blue is for high-level students. They have to do that dictation. But the red is for everybody. Everybody has to dictate the red section. You can see there's quite a big story. There's a lot that we discuss in DDM. And then we have a speaking section. There's a quiz. There's another speaking section. And voila, I have a glossary, which is the same thing as a dictionary. I make an audio glossary too, so you can listen to it, a video glossary, so you can watch it. And I explain every single phrase and word that students sometimes are confused about. So you can see this glossary is huge, and I make it simple. I make it easy so that it's easy to remember. So that it's 10 pages. That one lesson, DDM 923, was 10 pages. So to answer your question, I absolutely teach exactly that. Culture, background, vocabulary, explanation, dictation, listening, speaking, pronunciation, everything is in DDM. It's our most popular class. You got 47.8. Yeah. We're 22 million or 22,000 away from 500. I struggle a lot specifically with the American flap T sound and the American UR sound. Well, the UR, there can be a couple of different pronunciations. The flap T, Mr. Iron, is basically a D. It's just a D, okay? Remember that. It's just a D. It's like got to. They both sound the same in daily English. Gotta. We write this one like this. Gotta. Da. Now, it's actually not a D because we don't have a buildup of vibration, but essentially it's a D. Gotta. The UR can have a couple of different pronunciations. For example, if I said pure, ewer, it's called a long U plus R. Ewer. But if I had a word like FUR, then it's fur. And that's called, I call it a schwa plus R. So the schwa plus R is simply, watch, there's no movement, and I just go, er. That's the sound. Now, to actually teach you pronunciation, I need to hear you. I need to hear you. You need to be in my class so I can hear you. And then I can actually help you with the pronunciation. But that's how you do it. I hope that helps a little bit. Zhuang, I have no questions. I'm just watching you. Cool. Hey, guys, if you can sign up for the class with Coach Shane, thank you so much, Zhuang. It's so true. We work hard. When started listening to your podcast and classes on YouTube, I already had an intermediate level. What about people started learning a language from scratch? What's your opinion about that? So DDM is difficult from scratch, but it's possible. So I learned Korean from scratch. I learned Korean from nothing. The way I learned the Korean language was, do you guys want to hear this story? It's a long story. So I was in the Army, the U.S. Army, and the U.S. Army sent me to Korea. And I was like, I don't want to go to Korea because I just wanted to stay in the Army for 2 years and then go to college. But they sent me to Korea. So that's like, so I ended up having to stay in Korea for 3 years. I didn't want to do that, but I enjoyed it. So anyway, I was in Korea, and this is back in 1986. Okay, 1986 is when I first went to Korea. And 1986 Korea and 2024 Korea, very, very different times. Because I was in the military, one of the places that I stayed for a long time, a couple years, was along the North Korean border. I was in South Korea, but we were up right next to the North Korean border. And we actually lived in a tent all year long. Once a week, every week, we would come down from the mountain and we would go to a local town. The town was called Hwacheon. Actually, the town was Yanggu. Hwacheon was a big town. Yanggu was the town we went to, and it was very, very small. Yanggu was easy. It was close. So we went to this place, and my senior knew a restaurant where the lady spoke a little bit of English, like just a little bit. But she was the only person in town who spoke English. And she had a restaurant. So it was good. So we would go there every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we would go to this restaurant. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know any Korean. I was a soldier. So usually from about 7 p.m. until 9 p.m., we were at this restaurant having some beers and drinking, okay? I can't remember, but at like 8 p.m., every Tuesday night, a television drama came on the TV. And everybody sat and watched the drama. I had zero idea what was happening. Didn't know anything. But I sat and watched it. After about 3 weeks, I kind of understood the story. I didn't understand any Korean. But the story was there's a guy who's from a poor family, and he's married to a very good woman. He got a job at a big company, and the owner of the company, who's really rich, likes him, but so does the owner's daughter. She liked him too. So there's this dynamic, there's this problem. He wants to succeed at the company. He has to be so it's really so I was able to understand the story. I had no idea what they're saying, but I'm able to follow this drama. So after a month, I'm addicted. I got to see what's going on. What's going on? And about at that point, I started to hear names. Oma, Appa, 사장님. I was hearing mom, dad, boss. I was starting to hear names and yobo, which means wife. And I was starting to catch these things, and I would repeat. I would look at the owner of the restaurant. The guy would say yobo, and I would look at the owner, yobo, and I didn't know what I was saying, but she laughed so much. She thought it was so funny, and that's how I started learning Korean. And eventually I could understand more and more. Nobody taught me. It was just like a baby learns the native language from mom and dad. Just listening and repeating. But it's that same environment, that same situation where you can do that. So that's the best way to learn a language. So if you are going to study a language from zero, don't take classes. Don't take classes. Immerse yourself in listening and watching. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about grammar, vocabulary, structure, nothing. Just be a baby. Open up your ears. Open up your eyes. And just suck up the language. If you study vocabulary or grammar, things like that, you can't do it. It's too late. Your brain is destroyed. Learning a language is a right brain activity. And that's how I learned Korean. I learned Korean in my right brain. Babies learn their native language in the right brain. They don't ask questions. They just do it. They just don't think and they just do it. That's right brain activity. Left brain is the analytical. It's where we ask questions. Why do we use this? Why did he say that? Why is the grammar like this? What does this word mean? Once we start thinking that, it destroys right brain learning, okay? And that's, as an English coach, I teach communication. I don't teach grammar. I don't teach vocabulary, or well, I do, but I try to bring you back to the right brain. Stop analyzing and start observing and using. This is my job as an English coach. That's what I try to do. So that's a really, really, really long answer. I hope you enjoyed the answer. That is my final answer. Okay. I also think I'm kind of whispering. Yeah, that's probably it. I'm going to skip to the beginning of the comments. Great insight. Thank you. My first language is Mandarin Chinese. It's more difficult to learn English. Sure, of course. Julie, what's your suggestion on improving spoken English? Seinfeld will improve my spoken English. Yeah. Actually, camp, the way we set up camp that's really an excellent way to improve your spoken English. But Seinfeld, what I showed you, that DDM, that will help you definitely improve your English too. Spoken English. For spoken English, it's a step-by-step process. If you want to improve spoken English, number one, you've got to fix pronunciation. Your pronunciation has got to be fixed. Do you need to sound like an American? No. What's wrong? Do you need to sound? So you do not have to sound like an American. Does your pronunciation have to be perfect? No, it doesn't. Do you have to lose your accent, your Portuguese accent, your Chinese accent, your Russian? No, you don't. You can keep it. It's no problem. No problem at all. Your pronunciation needs to be good. And when we look at pronunciation, there's A, consonants, and B, vowels. Learning vowels is really, really difficult. Learning vowels is tough. The way to learn vowels is with that method I said earlier, RSM. That's the way. Oh, I can teach them, and we do, but it's much more difficult. Consonants is what you should focus on. Consonants. Get your consonants down. That's the most important thing for your pronunciation. Now, once you know that your pronunciation is good, what does that do for you? It gives you confidence. Now you have confidence. And when you have confidence, you speak. If you don't have confidence, you talk like this and you get smaller. And that's what happens. So you have to have that confidence in your English. Not just confidence in your head, confidence in your English. Once you have it, you're going to be much stronger. The next thing is when you study English, it's always somebody else's words. It's always somebody else's stuff. It's from a TV sitcom. It's from a book. It's from a dialogue. It's from, Coach Shane wrote it, so you have to practice it. That's not good. You need to speak your stuff. So how do you do that? So this is what you do. Look at what you did today or yesterday. Who did you talk to? What exactly did you say? At the coffee shop, when you ordered your coffee, what exactly did you say? At the restaurant, when you were joking with the waiter or the cashier, what did you say that was funny, or what did they say that was funny? That is your language. That is language that you use in your life. Can you say everything in English? You should be able to. I'm sure you can't. Most people can't. Some people can, but most people yeah. So it's like they went to a coffee shop. They say, oh, this morning I went to a coffee shop and I ordered grande. 영어 발음 어떻게? And we start thinking too much. How do I pronounce something, or how do I translate something? 대빵 맛있어. 대빵 영어로 뭘까? You're trying to figure out, how do I translate that word? And you need to do it. So what do you do? How do you do that? You come home and you take notes. Today I said the coffee was 대빵 맛있어요. So it's not just delicious, it's effing delicious. It's unbelievably delicious. It's super delicious. Effing delicious is actually perfect. And then you got to write that. You got to go to ChatGPT, go to ChatGPT, go to a dictionary, find it. What's the translation? And then you got to write it down. You have to learn your language, your English, whatever the language, English in your situation. Does that make sense? That is the key to improve your speaking. So once again, number one, what the heck? Number two was confidence. And number three was speak your English. So if you guys join my English camp, that's exactly what I do. In my English camp, I force you to speak your English. Of course, I teach pronunciation. In time, you gain your confidence. And then I force you every day to speak your English. If you don't do that, you're not really going to, it takes a long time to improve. If you do this, you'll improve fast. You'll improve fast. Ingrid. Hi, Ingrid. Long time no see. I hope you're doing good. I don't think I'm not zero level. Well, William, the problem is, William, did you study grammar? Did you study vocabulary, William? Yeah, you did. You're not zero level. You can't do it. Your mind is already screwed up. That's why I recommend studying with me. Alexander, the most beautiful thing I see learning a new language is that we are learning a new culture and how they think. The world would be 100% agree, Alexandre. 100% agree. People got to understand when you study English, people think that's it. No. First of all, there's British English, there's American English, there's Australian English, there's Singapore English, there's Irish English, there's New Zealand English, there's lots of different Englishes. And then in America, there's Texan English, there's Boston English, there's LA English, there's Chicago English, Chicago, there's Minnesota English, there's Wisconsin. These are different. They're all different. The words we use, the culture we have, the things we do, the things we say, they're all different. They're very different. So, yeah, learning a new language opens up so much information, and it's so interesting. And by being interested, we become friends, and that's so cool. That's so cool. RSM stands for repeat, shadow, and mimic. And repeat is the granddaddy. That's something everybody needs to do. Shadow is very important, but I would say repeat is almost, if you don't live in America, repeat is something you should do pretty much forever. Shadow is basically a 3-month thing. This is a 3-month event. And mimicking is, it's also forever, but not everything. So this method, RSM, is super important in improving your pronunciation, in improving your listening, in fixing your vowel sounds, in fixing your spoken grammar, in opening up your right brain activity, and in sounding like a native English speaker. This is a method you can do by yourself, okay? However, let's say there's a video that you have. Not every video you should repeat. Not every video you should shadow. Not every video you should mimic. Some are perfect for repeat, but no good for shadow and mimic. Some are not so good for repeating, but excellent for shadowing, not so good for mimicking. Some are great for mimicking, but not good for repeating or shadowing. It really depends. You need a coach, somebody to tell you, okay, with this video, you should repeat and shadow. With this video, you should shadow and mimic. With this video, only shadow. You need a coach to tell you what to do, what section to do. And that's what I do. And if you do that, if you listen to the coach, if you listen to me, for example, your English is on a fast track to really improving. By the way, pleased to meet you. I hope you guess my name. DBS, Dongbang Shingi is my guess. Thanks. I do realize it's important to focus more on active English. That's right. Gary, how to improve English from upper intermediate to a higher level. So, Gary, here's my question. Can you tell the difference between British English and American English? Yes or no? Daniel Barba, how you doing, Dan? Why don't you join Elite? We send you the invitations. I saw you joined the other day, and then you left. What is your problem, Dan? What's your problem, Mr. Dr. Barbo? So, Gary, can you tell the difference between American English and British English? Yes or no? That's my first question. I can quiz you. I'm going to give Gary a quiz. Gary says yes. Good. I'm going to quiz you, Gary, anyway, so everybody can. Let's do so I'm going to play this video. That's okay. Good, Daniel. I'm going to play this video. I want you to say A for American, B for British. Here we go.
Entirety of the world to the object of our
A or B? I got to wait for your answer. There's going to be a delay, so I apologize. There's going to be a delay. Everybody, I want everybody to type in the answer. Cool. That's great. That's great. A, American. Good. Okay. There's more than 2 people here. There's a lot of people here. So put your answers. Don't be shy. Next video. A for American, B for British. Here we go.
Government can borrow almost the
A or B? Good, good, good. Good. Next video.
Information, because it is not in
A or B? American or British? Good, good. That was American.
And yeah, just get
A or B? They need more British. That was American.
Here it goes.
American.
Not a single person saw the attack.
Finally British. This guy was British. All right, so they're there. Let's keep going. I'm going to test you. I'm going to test you. Next one, A or B. Here we go. Next one. After the bald guy, is it A or B?
The entirety.
A or B? That was American. That was American. That was the American. Next one. Good, good. After the bald guy. Now it's after the black tie. There's like a 10-second delay, guys. There's a delay. So after the black tie. So I'm going to type black tie. After black tie. Some of you can see my message. Some of you can't.
You have the Chinese.
the Appalachian Trail.
A or B? That was 1,000% A, American. American. Next.
None will give me the
A or B? I think it was, let me see.
entirety of the information about.
Yeah, American.
Social media and the
American.
Reading the notes in their entirety and abstract
us to prevent us from.
See, now there's when I don't do it, then there's a British one that pops up. Anyway, for a lot of people, it's kind of difficult for them to tell if it's American or British pronunciation. You are still a beginner, okay? If you want to go from beginner to intermediate, in my opinion, and I've taught English for a long time, one good measurement is that you can distinguish American pronunciation and British pronunciation. If you can do that, congratulations, you are intermediate. That takes a long time because it's not just the pronunciation, it's the vocabulary, right? You guys know that, right? You know that British people in daily British English use different words than American people do, right? Everybody knows Americans say elevator, British people say lift. right? Americans say drugstore. What do British people say? What do British people say? Oh, the consonants are different too, Dan. British people say chemist, chemist, chemist. Okay. Oh, they say, yeah, we all say pharmacy, but they say in daily British English, they say chemist. 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 There you knew it. So you don't need to know that to go from intermediate to upper intermediate or upper intermediate to advanced. You don't need to know that. However, if you're studying British English, you need to know that. And if you're studying American English, you need to know that. I mean, you really need to know these things. You really need to know these things to distinguish these things. So let me go back to the person who asked the question. Sorry, who asked the question? Yeah, I know. I know. They say chemist. It's totally different. When you watch movies and TV shows in English, do you use subtitles? Yes or no? When you watch TV shows or movies in English, do you use subtitles? Yes or no? If you want to improve your level, you have Gary asked the question. Never subtitles again. No more subtitles. No more subtitles in your language or in English. Gary, what's your native language? What's your native language? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No subtitles. Do not use subtitles. Otherwise, subtitles are a crutch. They're a crutch. Do you guys know what a crutch is? Do you know what a crutch is? It doesn't matter. Don't worry. That's why you got to muscle through. You have to muscle through. Crutch. This is a crutch. Subtitles are a crutch. If you want to get to the next level of English, you got to get rid of subtitles. If you keep subtitles, you're never going to advance. You'll never advance. It'll take a long time to advance. That's like when I taught English in Korea, I became very frustrated because my students would stay with me for a long time, years, but they never blew up their English. I had a couple people, and I can tell you how they did it. But anyway, and then I realized what the problem was. The problem was me. When I was teaching English, I was speaking Korean. So my students knew if I said something in English and they didn't understand, they were fine because they knew I would also say it in Korean. And then it gave them this false sensation of learning English, and that's not the case. Once you want to get to that next level, you have to completely eliminate your language, your native language. You have to start thinking in English. You cannot translate. There's no more translating. You just got to go. You got to go. It's extremely important to do that. So Mr. Iron says, movies are harder than YouTube videos. Absolutely. Why are movies difficult to understand? Well, there's drama, there's background noise, but also movies are unrealistic to us. We're never going to experience what was in the movie. Never. It's unrealistic to us. It's fantasy. And to fantasize in another language is difficult. Because the way a Chinese person fantasizes and the way a Brazilian person fantasizes could be very, very different. It's not a concept that can be linked easily, right? So movies are really tough. The dialogues are usually very short. but they're very loud and powerful or soft and romantic or whatever the situation requires. The dialogues sometimes are useful, but 90% of the time for us in our situation, they're useless. Remember, I told you guys when you want to fix your speaking, you have to speak your English. And a Hollywood movie is exciting, but it's absolutely not your English. That's why it's difficult. That's why it's really tough. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely, Lewis. Thank you. Songs, the same thing. These days there's a song I can't play it because it's America. In China, I can play it, no problem. There's a song called what is it?
July.
There's Imunse. I love that song. It's called Sharks. Sharks by Imagine Dragon. And I can't play the song. It's because I'll get a copyright problem. But if you know American music, Imagine Dragon is very famous in America, pop music. And they have a song called Shark. Great song. If you like Imagine Dragons, you'll love the song Shark. But what he does is he changes the pronunciation of words to match the rhythm in the song. And many songs do that. So learning song, and also, do we talk the way songs are written? No, we don't. Songs are written usually in a poem, a type of poetry, right? And we don't talk like that. And I don't care what kind of song it is, whether it's country music, rap, rock, pop, it doesn't matter. We don't talk like that. So learning songs is great. It's fun, okay? And that's what I did. In the very beginning when I started to study Korean, there were no textbooks. Back in 1988, there were no Korean language textbooks. Okay? It was almost impossible to find. And if there was a textbook, it was so boring. It was grammar. It was so boring. I hated it. So one of the ways I studied by myself was with songs. And I loved it. And then I would meet a Korean person and I would say something from the song and they would look at me, oh, yeah, you know the song? And I realized, oh my God, this is not useful. What I'm learning is fun and it makes me happy, but it's not useful. Once again, speak your English or French or German or Korean or whatever the language is. I hope that makes sense, Mr. Iron. I can't remember lyrics, but I tried to sing after. So songs are great for shadowing. Singing a song is shadowing, and that's actually very good. Yeah, well, Julie, don't worry. Yeah, but there are some songs that we all know. Julie, if you're my age, you might know this song. 朋友啊, what's it? 那我们一起牢牢铭记呀. Do you know that song, Julie? I don't know the name of it. That's a really cool Chinese song, though. Do you know it, Julie? Oh, where is it? Here we go. Qin Sheng Yuan. I don't know. We got Jay Chou. You probably know some Jay Chou songs. Sanaipan Juan de Cafe. See, once again, I'm learning some Chinese, and I like learning with songs, but it's absolutely useless. It's useless. Nobody says having some coffee along the Seine River in France like this. Sanaipan Juan de Cafe. Nobody talks like that. So learning songs is great because if you like it, it's wonderful. But just remember, when you learn that language, it's not actually useful. The couch is back. That's right. That's right. No, don't worry, Julie. I just sang it bad. Do you know that song, Julie? Yes or no? That's an old song. That's our generation song. Do you know it? What kind of content do you recommend instead of songs and movies? Yeah. When you watch songs, when you watch movies, watch them for enjoyment or for fun. Okay? And they're great fun. And they're fun when you study. But just remember, it's not practical. I recommend joining my camp or joining my classes. That's what I recommend. But if you want, there are 2 TV shows of all the television shows. There's a close third. I'll say 3. But I only really recommend 2 TV shows for actually studying English. And number 1 is the easy one. It is the easiest one, and it is Friends. And number 2, it is absolutely the most difficult one, but it's the best one, and it's Seinfeld. And a distant third, I mean like a really distant third, would be Third Rock from the Sun. And that's simply because they're learning about America. It's a very silly show. Third Rock from the Sun. Aliens come to the U.S. and they're learning about America. So it's a silly, pretty stupid comedy. However, for an ESL student, it is actually quite relatable. So because of that, that's okay. All the other TV shows, not useful. I mean, they're fun. But for example, How I Met Your Mother, Modern Family, Young Sheldon, House, whatever. You will never, ever, ever be in those situations. So watch them for entertainment, watch them for English exposure, but don't think you're going to learn a lot because the situations are not connected to you. You have to remember your English. People don't concentrate on that. Now, Friends is your English because at one time or another, we have all had friends. We have all had every conversation they have, we have had it. Every conversation they have, we have had it. Seinfeld is excellent because everything they talk about is different. It's a different part of America. They talk about every aspect, about every tiny thing in detail. It is absolutely the best show for studying English, but you need a coach to learn it. Anyway, that's my strong opinion. Okay. What type of, so Amir, hi Coach Shane, I hope you're doing good. What kind of content? Yeah, there you go. I like some classic English songs nowadays, Westlife. Julie, I met Westlife. I interviewed Westlife. One of the singers' names is Shane. Did you know that? Same name as me. Podcasts are great. I love podcasts. Yes, and podcasts, not video, actual audio podcasts, excellent. Listen to them. Whatever subject you are interested in. You know, I have an English podcast. It's fun. But if you like the NBA, you absolutely should be listening to NBA podcasts. So many of my members listen to Joe Rogan. They listen to the Joe Rogan show. But yeah, I mean, if you have the time, I absolutely recommend podcasts. Podcasts are great. The Sound of Silence, Another Day in Paradise, beautiful songs, beautiful songs. Also, I agree about how it's hard to understand 100% of movies and music. Songs for me becomes crystal clear if I read the lyrics, but before, same thing. Yep. I watched Friends for almost 20 years, but now Seinfeld. Oh, Julie, that's what we study in DDM. Seinfeld is the best. It's the bomb, Julie. It's so cool. Margaret Peguero. Oh, what's the flag? Please tell me. I don't recognize the flag. What flag is that, Margaret? Please tell me. Pray tell. Dominican Republic. Hola. ¿Cómo estás, Margaret? Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. From the Dominican Republic. Excellent. That's great. Cool. Cool. All right. You guys have asked some really good questions. I hope that my answers have been interesting and helpful. I have strong opinions, right? But I've been teaching English for almost 40 years. Can you believe that? 38 years. I've been teaching English for 38 years. God. Unbelievable. I still can't believe it. Yeah, unbelievable. But because of that long experience, teaching people all over the world, thousands and thousands of students, I've learned what works and what doesn't. And things change. You know, I'm not stuck to anything, but I've learned what works and what doesn't. So yeah. So I hope you study with me. I've got 3 classes, a speaking class. Speaking's tough to teach, but I figured out how. A listening class, DDM. Many of you know daily dictation. It's like that, but tons better. And then an English camp, which is also different, but we talk about speaking and listening in that camp. They're really excellent. Excellent classes, and I want you to join. Get serious. If you're serious about English, if you need English, then join me. Get in my classes. All right. If you want to get more information, you can try my lessons. You can try, I'll give you some complimentary. What does complimentary mean? What does complimentary mean? Woman G. I love that song. It's a cool song. It basically means free, but I don't like the word free because if I give people something for free, they don't use it. So I don't like that word. Lazy man word. Complimentary, much more professional word. So try my lessons. You can try DDM VIP and you can try Perf VIP on me, complimentary. Just send an email. Send an email to contact@letsmasterenglish.com and said, Coach Shane said I could try VIP for free. One VIP, one DDM and Perf VIP lesson for free, plus live classes for 2 weeks. Send this, and I'll put this in the chat room so some of you can get it. It'll be easier. Put that in the email. The email address is right here. You can send us an email and lessons. So right now there are no lessons. We're done with May. So we start again in June. So on June 1st, you'll get our complimentary lessons and you can try them. We'll even send you live classes. That's like this, but you can talk to the coaches, okay? You can try it on me because I'm a nice guy. But I want you to try the lessons, and if you like them, then you should join us. You really should join us. Also, in the future, I'll be starting my English camp. It's a boot camp. It's a really fantastic program. I'm doing it in China. It's very successful. And I want you to get that information. So if you go to letsmasterenglish.com, I'll just show you. It's easier to show you, right? Go to letsmasterenglish.com. Where the hell is... Okay. And to my webpage, and then just go right here, get your free lessons newsletter, and this will give you some old lessons. You just click on that and put your name and email, and that's it. And you'll get some old lessons, not the new ones, not the VIP lessons. If you want VIP lessons, you got to send me an email. But if you go here, you'll get some old lessons. And then we'll make sure you get information about the camp too. It's really great. It's really great. I love your podcast. When will you release the new LME? Is this Alex? It's got to be Alex. It's got to be Alex. Alex, stop bothering me. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. I will. Don't worry, mon frere. I will get the Let's Master English podcast out. Coach Shane, or Country Shane, wants to do it. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I have problems with my pronunciation. Alex, your pronunciation is fine. Julie, you've been watching my videos for 12 years. Oh, my God. If you can say it, you can hear it. That's exactly right. That makes me super happy. All right. Final questions. Otherwise, I'm going to go. There you go. Thank you, Daniel. SNL, DTTH, Shane never lies. Don't trust that. It doesn't matter. Beautiful. My English is going downhill due to the lack of Country Shane. Oh, Daniel Barbo. This is Alex. Alex, Daniel Barbo, Alex. You have a similarity. You're very bright personalities and very funny personalities. And there's something else. So I just realized that now. Oh, I sound so terrible. But anyway, cool. Daniel's in Brazil. Alex is in Massachusetts. Very close to me. Last question, Coach Shane. How can we differentiate the pronunciation and meaning of what you just said? Complementary. They're the same. Pronunciation is the same. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Let's go.
But what's really fun is that complimentary crunch. It's a different type of...
Relax and enjoy a complimentary beverage in the
I
cozy
used it wrong,
Sandwort
didn't
Am
I?
Inn. Every 15 to 30 minutes, those walking past the Bellagio are treated to a complimentary light and water show with the fountain's jets shooting
to one another, but should have, because they have very complementary points. Crash and CERN, as
right.
a physicist, talks about how our
in combinations as being nutritionally complementary. And she was...
The disjointed objects and clashing complementary colors.
Don't build a team around them that's complementary to who they are. Try to just
I agree with what I said earlier. They're gonna sound the same. Somebody might try to make them a little more distinct, but the E and the I is gonna sound the same. And including me, I'm right now totally confused on which one I should use. I believe I used it right. And now, now I'm nervous. Now you got me nervous. Did I use it wrong? So now I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm bringing out all the tools. Let's see here. Is free? And I'll just ask it like that. Yes. Okay, good. I used it correct. You got me all nervous. But yeah, the pronunciation is going to be the same. And don't make me nervous, okay? You're making me nervous, Alexandre. Amir, I've heard podcasts helping with English, but it's hard to find podcasts that are practical. Yeah, that's right, Amir. So that's why I say, so my podcasts are practical because I teach English, okay? So Let's Master English podcast and Daily Easy English Expression, they're practical. But other ones aren't. However, the way you should listen to a podcast is for your English. So in other words, let's say you like cooking. You love cooking. You love cooking Mexican food. So Amir, for some reason you love cooking Mexican food. What you should be doing is listening to podcasts, probably in English, talking about Mexican food. How to make quesadillas, how to make tacos, how to make, burritos or whatever. This is extremely beneficial to you because it's your English. you like cooking Mexican food, you listening to an American podcast talking about cooking a Mexican food is absolutely perfect to you. That is you. That is your English. That's how you do it. Joe Rogan, not as practical because Joe Rogan talks about many, many, many different things. But if your English is high level, Joe Rogan is great. Joe Rogan is not intermediate podcast. An intermediate level person should be listening to a very specific type of podcast. This is why if you're in my camp, I give you exact information for you precisely because we can talk, we can figure it out. But anyway, so if cooking Mexican food is your thing, then you should be listening to a podcast in English talking about Mexican food. You absolutely should be doing it. And now it's practical. Yes, Daniel, you're bright. You got a PhD, Daniel. Which one do you recommend? Take them both. You're driving to Canada in early July. Oh yeah, let's definitely. I'll drive over to where you are. Absolutely. Daily Easy English and Daily. Thank you. I think it's about the context, but thank you because I just learned one more thing. Cool. Ina Garten is very good. What the heck is that? I learn a lot of home cooking with her. Okay. Ina Garten. Is that a podcast? A podcaster? Ina Garten? I have no idea. Ina Garten. Is that spelled right? There you go. Comfort food. So she looks like she's a comfort food podcaster, and she's got a podcast. Perfect. Exactly. If this is your thing, you should be listening to it. Let's go back here. Ina Garten podcast. Be my guest with Ina Garten Food Network. Look at that podcast up the yin yang. 34 minutes. Yeah. Audio. Perfect.
Life is full of what ifs. Some
outstanding. Very high quality production too. Beautiful. Carlos, hi from Panama. I try to watch podcasts or programs about my daily activities, not dairy. Dairy is milk. Daily activities. It has been a good way to improve my level. I understood that to make mistakes when I'm speaking is good for my... Yes, absolutely. But Carlos, remember, when you make mistakes, you need to fix them. And there are ways that you can fix them. I'll talk about that next time. This time, I'm out of here. I want to thank you guys very much for joining me all over the world. We've got China in the house. I saw Russia in the house, Brazil in the house, the USA, everywhere. I saw people all over the world joining us, and I just want to say thank you very much for joining me. I will start live streaming more often. Oh, by the way, is anybody here on Instagram? If anybody's here on Instagram, I really want to see a comment. I'm trying to live stream. I don't know if I'm live streaming on Instagram. So tomorrow is Monday. Where's my schedule? Ay, caramba. Is this my schedule? Yes. Tomorrow I plan to go live like this at around lunchtime. So I am in the EST. That's the New York City time zone. So New York City time zone around lunchtime, I plan to go live just like this. So if you can join me, that's great. And bring questions. If you can bring questions and join me, that is fantastic. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me, guys. Obrigado, gracias, grazie, 谢谢, 감사합니다, 도모 arigato. What else? Dankeschön, spasibo. I don't know what else to say. Shukran. Shukran. Oh, I saw, how do you say it in Turkish? I know how to say thank you in Turkish. I saw somebody here from Turkey. I forgot how to say it in Turkey. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I will be back again tomorrow, like I said, noon, Noon, lunchtime, New York City lunchtime. So go to Google and figure out what time is 12 o'clock New York in your country, and then please join me. Okay? Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day, evening, night, whatever it is for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Take care. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum, ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.